Hello everyone, my name is Simran Chandan Batikar, your HR for today. And now I will take you through the journey of recruitment in my company, Simran Private Limited. Now take this as an example so we have a better understanding of the topic, full life cycle recruitment. So before I proceed with the stages, I would like to introduce the topic. So first, what is full life cycle recruiting? Now, full life cycle recruiting is the process of finding a new employee from recruiting to hiring. It is also known as end-to-end recruitment, and it is essential for many companies to find the right people to fill the open positions or vacant positions. Now, this system may prove especially useful if your company is looking for long-term employees. Now, I would proceed with the next question. Who uses full life cycle recruiting? So, full life cycle recruiting is typically done by a department head or manager within a smaller company. Now, what I mean by a smaller company is when the number of employees in a company is less than 50, and vice versa in the larger companies. What I mean by larger companies, when you have number of employees approximately more than 200. So in this larger companies, the end-to-end process is typically performed by someone within the HR resource department, right? And more substantial corporations may have independent divisions of the human resources department dedicated to each stage of the complete hiring process. Now, what happens? Like I said, smaller companies, they do not have a separate department for the same. And for larger companies, we have HR department, and under that we have subheads. Like for example, the stages that we have is preparing sourcing. So one division will take all the responsibilities or take all the actions that are needed for preparing. Then the second would be sourcing. So everything that is required to be done in sourcing will be handled by the second division, and so on, right? So this is what we talked about, who uses full life cycle recruiting. Now moving further with the stages of full life cycle recruiting. So now there are 6 stages that make up the end-to-end recruitment process, and each of these stages is an essential part of recruiting the right employee for the job. Now here are the 6 stages of full life cycle recruiting and what they entail, right? So first is preparing, second is sourcing, third is screening, fourth is selecting, fifth is hiring, and sixth is onboarding. So moving further, when we talk about preparing, it is the beginning of the process which involves preparing for your search. Now, this is a very important. This is very important actually for setting the path to find the right employee. And in the preparing stage, we want to define what it is that you are looking for in your next employee, and then we will consider the type of person who would fit this role and everything they may be responsible for example, writing a job description to attract the job seekers, then providing them further accurate information about the job role and responsibilities. You all must be getting internships of job offers, so that time you all get job descriptions which we provide you, right? Next, moving further. So this is the recruitment form. This is kind of the type of recruitment form that we have, which consists of your position, role, qualification, candidate competency, skills, salary, etc. Right? So moving on with the second stage, that is sourcing. Now, sourcing is also searching the correct candidates through advertisements, job portals, social media, etc. Now, after composing a comprehensive job description, we move on to sourcing. Now, this involves posting the position on the job boards and searching for potential candidates. Now, there are other forms of sourcing candidates for your position that includes first, web sourcing. So web sourcing is a way to search million of online profiles to find candidates that might be suited to the job available. Now we reach out to these people directly and ask them to apply for the position, right? So second is the social recruiting. So we use social recruiting by posting and searching social media platforms for potential candidates. Third is in-house recruiting. Now, some people who already work in our company may be a good fit for this position. So this is a great way to encourage career advancement and growth within one's company. Now you guys apply for internships in a company, right? So you all must be knowing that there is also this thing that happens where if you kind of perform really well in your internship, you kind of get intern incentives, then rewards and everything. So we also kind of offer you letter of recommendation. Now when you are working already in our company and we give you like a job or something or a higher position, that is known as in-house recruiting, right? Now this can also be applicable if you're like a junior employee and we recruit you for like a senior position, right? So that also comes under this part. Moving further, talking about employee referrals. Now, another great sourcing process involves using employee referrals. Now, this is a way of finding candidates by getting referrals from your current employees. Now, since they probably have a good perspective of the type of people who would be well suited for our company, many of them may know someone, in their personal network who would be an excellent fit for the position. Now, for example, I am the HR and you're my friend, right? And I know for the fact that there is this vacant place in our company that we really want to hire someone. So instead of going through the whole procedure, it takes a lot of cost. We have to spend a lot of money for that. So what I'll do is, I know the fact that you are very fit for this position. So what I'll do is, I'll recommend you for this position, which will be beneficial. So eventually then you get recruited through me. So that is what is employee referrals, right? So yeah, moving further. Yeah, so these are the top job portals or social media platforms in India that I came across. And yeah, so these are a few ones. Moving further with the third stage, that is screening. Now, this step or this stage is about identifying the correct candidates as per requirement. Now, the screening step is, when we go through all the applicants to find the candidates. In some companies, this step may take the longest amount of time, but it is vital part of getting the right candidates onto the next stage. It can also be known as, बहुत सारे candidates apply करते हैं. There are so many profiles that you go through, and then so it's also known as chanofying. I don't know if you guys are aware about that, right? So we kind of select few from the lot of applications of the candidates that we get, right? So it is known as screening. Now, there can be examples like, for example, we look for candidates' total relevant experience in required skill or expected skill, then candidates' educational certification background, candidates' career aspirations, candidates' communication skills, etc. Right? So, yeah, these are the things that we expect in the resumes that you all provide, or you all kind of apply for any particular respective company. Next, proceeding further with the fourth stage, that is selecting, right? So this step is the selection process, which involves thoroughly interviewing the candidates. Now, following the first three steps, we know what exactly we are looking for, and we should have a strong and for the fact, keeping in mind that we should have a strong group of candidates ready for the interviews. Now, the interview process is a multi-stage process for hiring new employees. For example, interview process may include telephonic, which can be done over phone. Then it can be web, that can be done through Google Hangout, Zoom, Skype, WebEx, Meet, etc. And the third one is face to face, that is in-person interviews, etc. Like, considering the current situation and with the COVID in place, I think the first two options are preferable nowadays for selecting, right? Moving on with the fifth stage, that is hiring. So this stage includes two main activities, that is the job offer and negotiation. Now, hiring is the practice of finding, evaluating, and establishing a working relationship with future employees, interns, contractors, or consultants. Now, it is also a very sensitive part of the process. It's because you can't make a decision about adding employees without knowing what's going to cost to hire them. Like, for example, hiring process includes, background verification or check, then releasing the offers, then following up with candidates on regular basis till is joining. Moving on with the final stage, and the sixth and the final stage, that is onboarding. Now, onboarding is the final stage of recruitment cycle, and it is very crucial stage at as it can break your whole recruitment cycle. So what's the point if what's the point if applicant is perfect for our job recruitment, but we are unable to onboard him? So we need to be very careful about this. And onboarding is all about making the new employees feel welcomed and helping them ease into their new working place. So onboarding starts with introduction, orientation, and training programs. The basic responsibility of a full cycle recruiter is to maintain a good professional relationship with candidates and giving them proper guidance throughout the recruitment process and even after joining. So that's it, guys, for the topic. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys learned something today. And yeah, thank you so much. Bye. Peace.